Today I'm going to tell you guys about what it's like to drive the all-new 2021 Kia K5. The sedan is the replacement to the Optima in Kia's lineup. It displays unique styling, great technology, and a platform with a lot of character. However, there are some features not included in this car that make it a less ideal package and honestly a disappointment to me, but we'll get to that in the video. The inline 1.6-liter four-cylinder makes 180 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque. This may sound like a small figure, but what this car lacks in performance, it makes up with personality. Enjoy the drive. Hey guys, I have quite the treat for you. We have a Kia 2021 K5 LXS here, and for our second review of the week, so it's pretty awesome to be able to get two cars in 1 week, including this and the 2019 Honda Civic. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. First take on this interior is that it's very nice. The screens are catered to the driver, which is always a good sign to start that, you know, the car is a driver's oriented car. There's a lot of wind noise in the interior on the highway, which comes with some of these economy cars, but overall it rides super smooth even at highway speeds. Just like a lot of cars we review nowadays, there's lane keep assist in this car, departure warning. We unfortunately don't have heated seats or a sunroof in this LXS, priced at around $24,000 US. So it's unfortunate we don't get heated seats, or leather. In fact, these are cloth. Yeah, with this lane keep assist for this Kia, it essentially wants to drive me, and I really don't like it, so when I have a second, I will shut it off. But for me, I'm not a huge fan of these lane keep features no matter what car I'm driving and how it operates. I mean, some that just kind of beep at you is fine, but I mean, I'm not out of my lane, and I'm a driver that, you know, generally drives in the center of the road, so it's kind of interesting that it's training me in this way. One thing I just love about this car is its styling. I love those headlights. I love the daytime running lights and the little line that runs through the daytime running light when you're parked and you have your lights on. It's very pretty. So for this K5's powertrain, it all kind of comes in at once. It kind of gives you a little lag at first, like you hit the throttle and nothing really happens for a brief second, and then it just powers on and you get a ton of power, a ton of torque all at once. So it's an interesting discussion when you go from like the Honda Civic that I drove, where the power's instant, it comes on very fast, there's not, you know, a ton of turbo lag, and then when I drive this, it's like it feels faster, than the sensation is greater, but it takes a while to kick on and get that power to you. For the most part, the materials in this interior are very nice. There's not a lot of plastic on frequently touched surfaces, but it all kind of lies in the dashboard. But also this steering wheel, I have like this Fisher-Price plastic, and I feel like for a steering wheel, that's really where the money should go for the interior quality, that and the seats, because those are two surfaces you're always touching. And so with that being said, a cheap steering wheel just makes the car feel more cheap than it is, because overall there's a lot of nice features and styling in this interior, but then when you get your hands onto the steering wheel, it feels like you're driving something less expensive. For the drive modes in this car, we have a little dial down here, and that can put you into sport, custom, smart, which is probably, I would guess, eco mode, and then your standard driving mode. And so custom, you can customize, you know, the throttle response and the suspension, all that stuff. The biggest thing I don't like about this lane keep assist is that, say I want to avoid a pothole or something and I kind of veer out of the lane just slightly, you know, if there's not a car in the other lane, whatever, it'll push you back in, and it's just kind of concerning when, you know, I'm trying to drive, not a robot. I'm trying to drive, not a computer. And so, like, that's the most concerning thing for me, is like, where does it end where these cars are controlling what we're doing? And like, how much assist do we possibly need? Although the steering wheel is like mostly consisting of cheap plastic, it looks good. It's got a nice unique shape to it where it kind of has these grooves in, kind of just giving you an ergonomic feel to, you know, where your hands should be while driving a car. So that's always a good thing. And I like the standard analog display as far as my gauge cluster goes. And so it's just simple and good looking. The driver's seat in this K5 is really nice because everything's catered to you. You have adequate leg room as far as width and length. I do have to say that there's absolutely no body roll in this K5. It feels very tight around corners, and I actually do like how the engine sounds. It's very loud just right up front, like there's not a ton of exhaust feedback, but I actually do like how the engine revs out. Like, it actually sounds pretty nice. And once you get past that initial throttle lag, the car is pretty quick. So this LXS is a trim or two above the base model. So I really do wish it had a powered mirror, maybe a sunroof or heated seats. The cloth ones are fine. I think they're designed nicely, but not having a powered seat, it's just kind of a disappointment from Kia, who've, you know, been taking good strides in the car industry and making really good moves and making really good cars. Because I mean, even I've considered buying either this or a Stinger, and to find out that this LXS, which is not even the base model, doesn't have a powered driver's seat? I mean, come on. Come on, Kia, you're better than that. I do love the drive modes. I love the adjustability that this car has. I feel like being able to customize how a vehicle drives, how it performs, how it sounds, how it reacts to the throttle response, that's all so important, and I'm really glad that Kia included that into this car. I love that sport mode in this car is aggressive. It feels aggressive. The throttle response kicks in more. There's a louder feedback from the engine, not necessarily the exhaust. And you can kind of feel the suspension tighten up a little bit. Obviously, you guys know me at this point. I love when sedans have just a little bit of sportiness to them, a little bit of character, so you're not just bored on your daily drive every day, and you know, you get to have a little bit of fun. Some little minuses would be the lane keep assist. I just turned that off, and that kind of fixes the whole thing. You're not really paying extra for it anyways. It's a standard feature, so it's not like, you know, you're losing out by turning it off. Just keep it off would be my advice. The powered seat is another minus, and I mean, other than that, the steering wheel is, you know, hard plastic, which isn't great, but those are probably the three only big minuses I can find in this car. I think it's a great buy. Maybe to find one, you know, a year or two old when they get to that point would be a good deal. Another compliment I can give this car is that they did the braking system right. It's not too responsive to the point where you gently tap it and then you just thrust forward in the car, kind of like that Honda Civics. It's just the right amount of response to where, you know, you feel like you're actually getting a lot of braking power, but you're not jolting yourself. You're not giving yourself a surprise by putting on too much braking power at once. I also want to take a second to thank Jacqueline for letting me take out this K5 today and give it a go. It's really hard to get cars, so I appreciate anyone who supports me by just letting me drive their car for an hour. So to sum up this Kia K5, if you're looking to buy one of these, I would say around $20,000 for a new one / pre-owned one would be a good deal. I think that its styling is super unique for the economy sedan market, and that's one of its pluses, is its daytime lights are beautiful. It has very unique styling. I don't love the rims, but overall I think it's a good looking car. The sport mode is super customizable, and Apple CarPlay, Android Auto come in this car. And it's just a driver-oriented experience, whereas the screen's tilted to you. You have really good legroom. So if you're in the market for one of these, I would say compare features with the Toyota Camry and the Hyundai Sonata, and obviously the Honda Civic, the Honda Accord, and just see which one has the best features for the buy. This interior is a nice place to be. It's comfortable. I wish it had leather seats, but the cloth ones do just fine. The styling is unique and has its own character. And I think Kia overall made a really good looking car inside and out. I think that is the best quality about this vehicle, about this Kia K5, is that it's just good looking. Honestly, it's eye candy. It's a car I would turn back every time I saw it and just give it another glance because it's really good looking. And the steering and everything is electronic, and the lane keep assist can bug you, but obviously just turn that off and you get a really good driving experience, a really good daily driver. And that's what this vehicle is. Thank you for watching this review of the Kia K5. It was really nice to finally have a go in one of these. And thank you for watching, and please subscribe, please like, as likes, subscriptions, they all help me get more cars, and I want to give you guys the best content possible. And so please support me and I'll support you. Thanks again, and see you guys.